Hello, I've just started the journey. Well, actually I'm about 3 miles into it. This is my boat with fairly recently added rickshaw handles, which make it much easier to pull. I'd normally run the boat, but for this adventure I'm walking it to the river because I don't want to get too sweaty to start with. Quite heavily loaded. Had to make a sacrifice in the water level a bit. That should be okay for a couple of days. So yeah, I'm just trying to make the most of the light. It's 10 to 6 August. I'll keep going to the river now. Always do a final area check before leaving any spot you've been in. All clear, nothing left behind. Got to the first lock. There are two boats waiting to use a lock, so and the lock's not prepared, so they'll need to do that. So instead of going in with them, I'll just portage around. Should be quicker. Just portaged it around. I use a temporary arrangement with the wheels when I go around locks, just a quick bungee underneath. So I don't use a ratchet strap. It's quicker that way. Boats are still just going into the lock there, so I'll put in and continue now. Oh, I'm really setting new records, personal bests for unloading and loading up and portaging because I'm fighting the light here. But I just want to mention one thing I really appreciate about a rigid boat, having done my last adventure on an inflatable, a small inflatable like a pack raft. That is it. A boat like this is basically one big container. You just throw stuff in, pull stuff out, whereas on a smaller inflatable you've got to really think about strapping stuff on carefully. Same with kayaks, canoes. So that's something I really appreciate about this boat. So I'm just passing through Guildford Lock. This is an abandoned, damaged roadway sign that some youths had obviously thrown into the river. It was caught in a bush. I was on the boat one time and I was able to collect it from the boat in the water. So did two things. It got plastic waste out the river, and also this doubles as an awesome protector to put on the edge to protect the boat when I slide it over this nasty stuff. Works really well. It's a little bit heavy, but it doubles as as floorboards inside the boat. So it's a really good find. It's amazing how the simplest thing can be so valuable. It's getting pretty late now. It's 20 to 8. The sun's going down, so I'll start looking for a place to stop for the night soon. The wind's been stiff against me. It's just calming down now. It's stiff against me the whole way, so that hasn't helped. Otherwise, the journey's going well. Alright, so I had to pull over at the earliest opportunity. This clearing is not too bad. It's So this will do me nicely. It's on the opposite side of the river to the towpath, so won't be bothered by visitors. I'll just get the ground sheet out and get set up. That pot noodle was so good. Morning everyone, I've pretty much struck camp. It's 7:10 in the morning. Just getting some water on the boil for these porridge and coffee. It was quite a tricky climb out the boat up onto the bank last night. It's made me realise that it's another advantage of the dinghy. It's a platform from which you can climb in and out quite easily and access rugged banks like this without needing to actually get into the river to climb out for steady footing. So definitely a plus point there. Okay, well, it's 8:25 and I'm in the water. That's where I was. And yeah, it's good to be going again. So many nice dinghies on this stretch of river. It's really nice. Nice place. Just taking it easy with a single sculling oar because I'm going downstream. I'm still waking up. Had loads of kayakers go by. Hi, morning. There's a boat there with my name on it. Literally. Nice. Well, when I was portaging around the loch, northeast of Guildford, I went off the navigation and went upstream, back towards a weir, and made a good half a kilometre plus upstream, and went through some really tight bits with fallen trees and so on, and eventually I turned around a few hundred metres up that way because the current was so strong that for me to beat it I'd have to scull so fast that I would wear through the coating on the oar, so it wasn't worth it. But it's been really good to come up here. Have to duck here. Whoa. if you look over here, you can see that there's a bit of rubbish hanging off the branch there, a good couple of feet above the surface of the water, and that shows how much higher the water level gets than this. So when there's lots of rain, it'll rise significantly, which is amazing, because when I dip my oar down in the water here, it's already, this is a 2 meter 25 oar, and I struggle to reach the bottom. Wow, I'm not even touching the bottom. That's over 2 meters deep, and it gets another half a meter deep there easily. So incredibly deep here. Whew. Tricky sections. Just going through this tiny gap in the foliage is pretty interesting. Gonna have to put the camera down for this one. That's actually not so bad doing it downstream. Push off the side a bit with the oar. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I'm through. Whew. Doesn't help that there's stinging nettles everywhere. It's nice when you get through these tiny gaps and then sort of burst out into open areas like this. Honestly, when I was coming up, I looked at that and thought there's no way I thought there was no way I would get through. But I don't know, this boat always makes it. You've got to learn how to scull. It's so handy. Oh, another narrow bit coming. This next bit's stupidly tight. Here we go. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Can't even get through that one. There's a fallen log in the middle, so I got to go around a side passage. Gotta go to the right over there. There's a log down there in the water. This is the way I came up. Oh, so deep I can't even touch the bottom with the oar. Good thing it's not stinging nettles on the side here. It's interesting, I use a... Whoa! Didn't see those nettles. Ah, my leg! Use a combination of stern sculling and pushing off the side. That's a very useful technique. Whoa, that was a squeeze. Oh, my leg got taken up by nettles there. Oh, let's not hit this tree branch. Oh, crikey. Whew. It's amazing, every single obstacle on the way up here, I just thought, oh, that's the end, but then there was always another way. It's great. Okay, so going back to rejoining the navigation where that bridge is. Let's continue. Well, I decided that I think I'll start the journey home now. So I'll make it just the one night voyage, this one. I'm hoping to have a tailwind, so I'll take advantage of that. I don't have much in the way of provisions for this trip, so I'm figuring that it's probably best just to head back now. But it's been a good one, and that creek just now was super interesting. This crew on this narrowboat have offered to let me in with them in the lock, so I'll be joining them going up the lock soon. Getting the a lot of downwind conditions that I was hoping for. When you're going downwind, it's good to maximise windage on a boat, that is drag apparent to the wind. So if you scull when standing up, you get the benefit of the wind as well. The other nice thing about sculling standing up is obviously it's a break from sitting down all the time, so instead of being hunched over, you can actually open up the back, hollow out the back a bit. Oh, it feels good. It's always good to vary what you're doing on the boat. Oh, these blackberries look seriously dank. I'm gonna pick those. Back in Guildford town now. Well, I made it back before dark to the end, to my starting place yesterday. Pretty tired, but it's been a great little voyage. Great to use the metal stove for the first time, that's very effective. And that creek was really quite something, that backwater. So lots of memories from this trip. Hope you enjoyed coming along. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.